And yes, I'm wearing socks, not because I don't want to give you free feet. I don't.
So who cares? Why not do your own thing and let them say what they want?
What's up, guys, and welcome to a random update video. I'm looking at myself a lot, which is in a new screen. I got a new screen, yay, because my other one was breaking because I didn't treat it well. Anyway, I got a new screen, and now I have it above me instead of on the right side, so I'm not looking over there now. Whatever. Today, we're just going to sit down and chat, and I'm trying out a new angle. I really like the laying down on my stomach angle. It's also comfortable and makes me feel like we're like BFFs, because we should be at this point. Like, I've had this channel for so long. I'm just gonna ramble about random things that have happened to me lately, and today, something that happened to me is I realized finally what I was doing wrong with trying to fucking walk in heels. Okay, so I'm like decently balanced. Like, I can balance on certain things, not any better than like an average person. Maybe a little better than an average person. I was like a cheerleader, and I'm okay with myself. I'm a little less clumsy than most women, maybe less clumsy than the average person. So like, I would always be walking in heels, but every single pair of heels, even if it was pretty short, would fuck up my feet. Like, I would have like the balls of my feet, like right next to the things that the toes are attached to. I would have like excruciating pain. My feet would like swell up, and they would also like lose feeling in a certain part of my foot, like for a week after I walked in heels for a while. And it would only take me like a couple steps before my feet started hurting, unless they were like 2-inch heels or 2.5-inch heels or something. And I see so many girls who don't even really know how to walk in heels. Like, they're stumbling all over the place and stuff. I see so many of them walking all night, and it's fine. And especially now that I'm hanging out with Hunter's friends who are all like those kinds of girls, I'm seeing a lot of girls in heels. We're going out and seeing other girls in heels, and everyone just seems like their feet kind of hurt. Or like, if they're wearing extreme ones, their feet would hurt. So I'm like, what the fuck am I doing wrong, right? So tonight, I decided to finally actually look it up, because I realized the tipping point was when we were in Denver last week. Okay, this was horrible. So Hunter has this bad habit. I guess it's like a whatever habit, because I don't really care. But he has this habit of literally like, he forgets that I'm there, and he doesn't stick by my side like you should with your partner, which is fine. I actually kind of like it, because I like schmoozing with other people, and I like that he feels like he can still do his own thing and be his own person, but I can still be like a beta orbiter of him, because that's kind of what I just like to do. I just like to be around him, and if I can be around him, the more the better. Cool, just be yourself. So I actually like this, but he will get lost in a conversation. He won't even know that I've disappeared or something. So we were walking from the hotel to like dinner, and I was wearing a chunky heel, so it should be comfortable, right? And it was only like 3.5 inches or something like that. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fine. I start walking, and I literally can't keep up with anyone. Thank God one of the wives like stayed behind to tell me about how she went to the zoo that day and like walked slowly with me, because we were like over a block away from everyone else ahead of us. Like, it was us, the back of the group, and she was like walking slow with me so she could talk to me, and then it was like 2 blocks and then there was another person that we knew, and then another block, and Hunter's at the front because he's like walking fast. He's got the flats. This motherfucker always says like, oh my God, heels are not that big of a deal. You know what really hurts? Dress shoes, men's dress shoes, like literally just die in a fire. Okay, what the fuck? I'm way behind, and I literally can't keep up. Like, I'm walking as fast as I can. My feet hurt like crazy, and yes, I'm wearing socks, not because I don't want to give you free feet. I don't, because I sell it on OnlyFans, but it's because I want to keep my feet from getting dirty, because they keep getting dirty, and I just put lotion on them. So we were walking, and I was like, holy shit, why can't I keep up? I'm wearing 3.5-inch heels maximum, chunky, should be comfortable, but like, it was hurting me a lot, and I just couldn't go fast enough. Like, I was taking these tiny little weird steps, blah, 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 and I've always been kind of clompy. I'm a very flat-footed person. My entire life up until like probably 18, I never wore heels, not once. I didn't like it. And when I would wear them for modeling, it was just like a thing that I never acquired the taste for. So I thought heels were cute. And like, I also didn't like how my legs look more muscular, because I have muscular legs because I work out. And also like that layer of fat I have over my legs makes the muscularness just look like more fat. So I feel like I look fatter and kind of like a cow or something with heels. So I don't get that whole like, oh my God, my legs are so toned. I don't get that. So I was like, I don't really care about heels. I haven't really worn things with like big arches. I haven't worn heels or anything. So now that I have to often, or I don't have to obviously, but I want to look the part. It feels sexy now to look the part. So I want to try to do that, But I just have this issue where like every single pair of heels eventually is like unbearable. I can get a little drunk and then it's like, oh, pain doesn't feel as much and then whatever. But then the next day, after I take these fucking things off, even when they're the comfortable ones, the 2.5-inch ones, my feet are swollen, it fucking hurts, and I can't walk fast. So this was the tipping point in Denver. I was like, yo, I can't even fucking keep up with like average people in like way higher heels, and like I just can't be part of a group. I gotta be alone, walking slowly and in pain. So I decided to actually look it up tonight because I was like, what the fuck? Because I bought a couple new heels, some ones for my birthday, some cute ones. And I was like, all right, what am I doing wrong? And I realized the problem with me trying to keep up with people was that I felt insecure going heel toe. And I'll actually like do this in a video so you guys with the foot fetish of the heels and all that can be like, oh my god, Terry in heels. But I'll do it in my highest heels and it's fucking easy now. I don't know how long I can do it. I walked around the house a lot today just practicing. I don't know how long in actual practice out on concrete in different situations on a slippery floor. There are a lot of those in Vegas, and let me tell you, my boyfriend has a lot of cases like that too, where it's just like slippery ass floor. Not usually high heels, weirdly enough. I wish he had a bunch of hot clients or whatever, but it's usually like older people just slipping on like floors. Anyway, so I don't know how long I'll be able to do it now that I know how to do it. I think it might be like something where I still have to find a really good heel, but like I would look on Fashion Nova when I bought heels because I'm a cheap bitch and I don't wear heels that often, so I didn't want to buy expensive heels. And they would always be like, oh my god, so comfortable. And I'm like, do I just have like, I would say like I have wide feet, I have weird feet. Like, what the fuck is going on? Am I too heavy for my height? Like, what the fuck? It made no sense to me. But, like, I would try to clomp down like this, or I would try to clomp forward then back because there's more area on the front of the heel. And I thought if I did heel first, then toe, I would fucking fall and die. And I thought that was just incorrect because obviously the more stable part of your foot is the front. But I watched this video and the first thing they said was walk fucking heel to toe. And I'm like, oh my God. So I started trying to do that and I would force myself to do it. And I'm pretty good at like creating habits purposefully because I've realized how crazy adaptable your brain is, where it's just like, fuck, if I do this over and over and over again, I actually pick it up as a habit and I can do it within a day. So within a day, I now do the like comfortable like heel, get my balance, toe, heel, get my balance, toe. And I'm pretty sure I was making weirder noises than I'm supposed to when using heels. I'm pretty sure I was like loudly clomping and not getting the click click. I thought that the click click was click click, not click 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 click. You know what I'm saying? Like So, yeah, I learned how to walk in heels today. And then I realized that, like, I feel sexier if I do that in regular shoes a little bit, you know, just like, don't clomp with the whole goddamn foot, you know? And the reason I couldn't keep up with anybody in Denver was because I was wearing heels that, like, while they weren't too high and they did have a nice, like, clog in the back or a nice heel in the back, so they were, like, more comfortable, they should be. I was trying so hard to put my, like, balls of my feet and my toes down first that like my stride was so tiny and I couldn't do that much because I was like I always tell Hunter, I'm like, I can't walk that fast in these heels because the angle of the heels makes my ankle impossible. So I'd have to take like tiny steps. You're supposed to take smaller steps, but I was taking tiny steps. So yeah, I think I've figured that out, and now it's like really easy for me to walk in really, really high heels too. Like the ones that I was most scared about that I would only shoot in, I now feel like I can actually take to a strip club or like a dinner out or something. So that's fucking cool. I learned a skill just by looking it up. So if you think you're bad at something and you don't understand why everyone else is not bad at that thing, you can definitely learn it. You just probably got to look it up on YouTube. That's the moral of this story. The other thing I wanted to talk about was I was suggested this video today by some girl. It was like, I'll put it down in the description because I think it's a really interesting video. And she did a follow-up Q&A video with a lot of good tips for how to deal with a breakup. And actually mourn it. I don't think she really used the word mourn, but I think I do want to learn how to mourn things, but that's not the point of what I'm talking about right now. So I watched this video because I was interested because I like rawness. She says in the beginning of the video, she's like, oh, I bet most people here that are watching, you're probably going through a really hard breakup. I'm sorry that you're going through a really hard breakup. And for me, it was like, no, I'm not going through a breakup at all. Far from it. I'm just like interested in your rawness. Like you actually documented 3 months of you like crying and mourning and trying to get over someone who just like left you out of the blue. That's fucking cool. I want to see that and I want to like learn something from you. So I watched this shit and then like it reminded me I've been having like terrifying reoccurring dreams I want to tell you about. So I guess let's preface this by talking about what I think dreams are. I think dreams are just your subconscious either trying to, it could be completely abstract where they have no meaning. I have no idea. And it's just your brain like compartmentalizing things that happen throughout the day or throughout the week or whatever. Or it could be subconscious stuff and insecurities and all these things coming into like a semi-abstract form. I don't know. You guys can tell me in the comments what you guys think it is. But I personally think that it probably has some weird thing to do with like what's actually happening in your life or something. It just might be so abstract that you can't really extract the purpose. So it's kind of pointless to try to I don't know. I haven't done a ton of research into dreams, but I do find dreams fascinating. All right. For context, in the beginning of our relationship, since Hunter wasn't invested in me, and he's like very emotionally detached, and then also aside from the detachment, he's also very well-rounded. Like, you know, the attachment styles and stuff, I'm pretty sure he has a secure attachment style. I'm pretty sure he was raised right, and he doesn't like put up with bullshit from girls. He doesn't put up with drama, you know? So if I ever got too drunk and did something stupid, and sometimes it would be him just overreacting too, but like if he ever perceived that I was going to be more trouble than I'm worth, he would just like literally cut me off and be like, no, and be gone. And I think he could do it more warmly and like stuff, but like I feel like the way that he handles things, it really shuts down a lot of the things that women are kind of raised with, like bad behaviors that women are raised with, because women think that everything needs to be a fairy tale and they aren't really good at communicating often. So they'll like do like passive aggressive shit, or they'll start drama, or they'll try to make you jealous. Anytime I ever even got in that realm, and I think I'm better than most women with this, I think I really try to introspect and not do stupid shit like that, but it's hard sometimes. So if I ever did anything where he was like, oh my God, like, this bitch is too crazy for me or whatever, he would just cut me off and he would just be cold, like so cold. And that's where I think, you know, he was probably hurting too, but the coldness is like, you know, some kind of toxically masculine thing because he doesn't know how to express his emotions or something. But I think it's a good thing that he cuts people off who he doesn't think serves him. So the coldness used to terrify me. It was something that would come up like once every couple months if we got in a really big fight. We don't get into those fights anymore. And if we do, it's like from a place of like, yeah, we're going to be together after this because, you know, we've decided to be partners, you know? But I sometimes get glimpses of like some way that he used to look or act when I first met him. And sometimes I would get like chills of like that just fear of coldness. He's terrifying, and never in like an abusive way, just in a like, I don't need you, and if you're not gonna act right, I'm gone type of thing, which is, it's just so scary to me because I don't know, he doesn't do that anymore. But I've been having these reoccurring dreams where I'm with some guy and he's treating me exactly like Hunter used to treat me, maybe like worse, maybe like he's actually being an asshole for no reason or something. But when I'm looking at this guy, he doesn't expressly look like Hunter, but I register him as being Hunter, or like being my person, maybe not necessarily being Hunter. And it's stuff that reminds me of stuff like ways that Hunter used to handle me when we first started dating. And I would have this immense, like within the dream, I would have this immense, like once he leaves, feeling of emptiness and panic and fear and like yearning for my rock, my person, my cuddle buddy. Cause like, I don't know, like I come home from work and I feel like, or I come home from work, the fuck, who the fuck do I think I am? I stay home and I work, and then Hunter comes home from work, and like I cherish the nights that we have together where we're cuddling, and I just feel like it's almost like if you've ever done Molly or anything that like just ups your dopamine, oxytocin, everything, it's just like everything just melts off. It feels so good, and it's just like, it's like I need that every night almost, you know. It feels like, I'm sure I can live without it, but like I don't want to, you know. So like I get this fear of not having that ever again and just like missing the closeness. Sometimes I'll want to like reach out to him, but I don't, or I'll start reaching out to him and then I wake up with like this terrible feeling of like I'm alone. I've lost my person, my comfy spot, like, oh my God. And then like quite literally almost every time this has happened, I'll wake up and I don't know about you guys, but I think when I watch movies and people wake up from dreams like like that. I've never done that in my life. So I just wake up and I'm in a bad mood. I don't jolt up, or I don't freak out, or like I don't yell or anything like that. I don't like, I don't like react. I just kind of wake up and I'm in a sad place. And like almost every time, for some reason, I'll like adjust the way I'm laying, and Hunter will be like, I love you. And I'm like, oh, that was a dream. Awesome. But I wonder like why I keep having these reoccurring dreams. Maybe my like fucking neurotic ass is like, remember he can be this way. Remember he has that trait. Because I don't even think he has that trait for me anymore. I think he's like invested now, and it would have to be something like actually egregious. Like I think he would do that again if I cheated on him or something, or like a huge lie or something like really horrible. But like I don't think he would ever do that anymore, because it's been fucking over a year since he's done something like that. I just really appreciate how healthy he is of a person. Like he has some of those slight like, oh, I don't want to be emotional because I'm a dude, but that's pretty much his only problem. And like not being great at communicating, but he's getting so much better. He's so smart, and he wants to improve, and I want to improve with him. I feel like we're a team, so it's really cool. So yeah, I don't know why I'm having these dreams, and I don't know why they're so frequent. It's pretty much like at least once a week, and sometimes it'll be like every day and shit. It's really weird. I don't really know what else to talk about. I just wanted to do a video because I'm trying to, like, my OnlyFans people have asked me to do more in this, like ass worship stuff in this position, and I'm trying to figure out how I want to do that. So I thought I would do this here, and I also think it's cute, and it feels more like we're just chatting, like we're BFFs or whatever. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments if you have any kind of like scary dreams relating to people, like anxiety-ridden dreams. I used to have dreams like this when I was with Jay too, but they were a little different. It wasn't like he was being mean. It was like I just couldn't reach him, and I still have those with Hunter too. That's probably like a fear of being alone or some dumb shit. But this is a little different. It's like a very specific like trait that just thing that doesn't happen anymore. And I'm just like weirdly dream fixating on it. And it's funny because I never felt in actuality so seriously like that feeling of despair. I've lost something. Lost something I deeply care about in my life, and that's kind of how it feels. So it's funny. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Oh my god, I've done a lot of themed videos lately, so I thought it'd be nice to do a sit down and chat. Nothing is really new. Ooh, I'm going to Seattle for Thanksgiving, but we're doing like Hunter's family Thanksgiving on actual Thanksgiving. Then that Friday, which is probably going to be a clusterfuck, we're flying up. And then I really wanted to take both of my parents, because both of my parents are super into football. Like they ruined my entire childhood Sundays by screaming at a time when I still wanted to be asleep. And I really wanted to take both of my parents. But my dad has to work. He's one of those. He's got to work. He can't take it off. He's got to put up the Christmas decorations and working. Oh my God, he's the only one that works there, And it sucks because we got like A-row seats at the fucking Lumen Field in Seattle for Seattle versus Raiders, Seahawks versus Raiders. And my parents love Seahawks. And obviously I'm from Las Vegas, so I have to like the Raiders, even though I very much do not like the Raiders, I'm going up there for that. We're going to stay right next to the field because I heard that like it takes like 5 hours to drive there sometimes when there's a game. And we're bringing my mom, which is going to be cool. I just wish we were bringing both my parents, but one of them is lame. I try not to like neg him too much about this though, because he's probably sad he's not going, right? But I'm just disappointed he's not going. But he's probably like actually sad that we're all going to be having fun. Like I still get to have fun, He probably is actually sad that he doesn't get to do this. It's not like he's like, oh, I didn't want to go. What a great excuse. Work, He's just one of those dudes that like doesn't take time off work unless he like absolutely can, And then what else? We have our annual trip to Vail and Breck, which makes me sound so fucking bougie, for snowboarding. I'm excited about that, but we're actually going to not snowboard so much this season and do more camping, because we did a very sad amount of camping last year. And when you snowboard every single weekend almost, or you do really big trips, you start getting sick of it. And sometimes the like snow is bad and stuff. So we just want like a couple really good trips, and we've been to all these places before. We just want to explore them more. Other than that, I don't really know what to update you guys on. I've just been working, trying to get a lot done. That's about it. I have a few other things, but I'm gonna put them in other videos, and they're not that big of a deal. So I will see you guys soon with more.